So you're thinking about making a move to the Seattle area, and Redmond might be at the top of your list when considering places to live. So in today's video, I'm going to go over Redmond, Washington and what it's like to live there. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Bryce Greenleaf. I'm a local real estate broker here in the greater Seattle area. I love making videos all about what it's like living in Seattle and its surrounding suburbs and what to expect when you're moving over this way. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell so you get notified whenever I make a new video. Like I said, I love helping you guys out when you're moving over this way, and I am an active real estate agent. So if you're coming over here, you're looking to buy a home and you need some help through that process and hopefully making that transition easier on you, feel free to reach out to me here at my info on the screen, and I'd be more than happy to help you out with that. But like I said, on today's video, I'm going to go over moving to Redmond, Washington, what it's like to live there and what to expect when you're in that area. All right, so Redmond is about 18 miles northeast of Seattle. Without traffic, this is about a 20-minute commute. Pretty easy to get back and forth. Without traffic, with traffic, you're looking about 30 to 40 minutes in some heavier rush hour traffic times. Now, Redmond is an area that's been growing like crazy over the years. The population right now is just over 80,000 people. For real estate prices, this is going to be one of the most expensive areas in Washington. A large part of that is because Microsoft is headquartered here right in Redmond. So there's a lot of people that have been moving over this way to the Redmond area to take jobs at Microsoft. Of course, very high paying jobs. It brings a lot of money into the city and it jacks up a lot of those real estate prices. Outside of Microsoft, there are Facebook offices, Google offices, Amazon offices, all very close to Redmond. And so that contributes to that as well. So the median home price in Redmond right now is $1.3 million. This is for residential homes. Like I said, this is one of the most expensive areas in the entire state of Washington. You've got Bellevue right next to Redmond, which is the most expensive. It's about $1.6 million right now. And then you've got Kirkland and Redmond, which both hover right around $1.3 million as the next expensive locations. This is for residential homes. So if you go to condos, the median condominium price in Redmond is $617,000. Now, another big reason a lot of people are moving over to the Redmond area is because of the school district. It has one of the best school districts in the entire state of Washington. This is Lake Washington School District. So here on niche.com, it's ranked as the number 4 district out of 252 districts in the entire state. So if you're moving over this way, schools are important to you, you've got kids or whatever, you don't have to worry about that here. This is one of the top districts in the entire state of Washington. They've got an A+ rating here on niche.com. I found this to be a very accurate resource when you're researching school districts in this area. So there are a lot of different things about Redmond that I mentioned that are very desirable for people to move to. So I want to jump into the map here and just kind of show you around Redmond some different locations, you know, hospitals, restaurants, places to live, things that are important when you're living in Redmond and making that consideration on moving over that way. So let's jump into the map here. So we've got Redmond right here, you can see right there. We've got Seattle over here to the west side. So when I mentioned commuting to and from Seattle and Redmond, when I mentioned that 520 bridge, that is right up in here. This is 520. So if you're going from Redmond right here, say you're living in Redmond and you're working in Seattle, you're going to just take 520 here. It's going to go through Overlake, through the north side of Bellevue, 520, and over Lake Washington here, right in here to North Seattle. This is where University of Washington is right here. So maybe you're somebody that's taking a job at UW Medical Center, or you've got kids that are going to be going to the University of Washington. This is the quickest way you can get right in there. Like I said, this is a toll bridge, so you are going to pay to use that bridge every day. Now, another way you can go is once you go down 520 here, you can merge onto I-405. Go down south through Bellevue here to the south side of Bellevue, where you see Factoria right here, and you're going to merge onto I-90 to go west over to Seattle. This is also going to take you over Lake Washington, and it'll take you into the further south side of Seattle, but then you can jump up into downtown here pretty quickly from there. So that is the alternate route to go. That is going to take you longer because it's not a toll bridge, so there's more people that use it. But that is a consideration. There's 2 ways to get over to Seattle from there. So let's zoom in a little bit more here. So this is what we call the east side. The east side of Seattle. Lake Washington separates Seattle and the east side. So when you hear people talk about Seattle and the east side, there's a lot of things that are very consistent with the east side. High home prices, great schools, a very clean area, great jobs, things like that. So the east side, you've got places like Bellevue right here. You've got Kirkland, and you've got Redmond that I talked about right here. And then you've got Sammamish right here as well. And then just further south, there's Issaquah. That kind of makes up the main east side area of Seattle. So Bellevue is, I've done videos previously on Bellevue, but Bellevue is the large downtown area, very urban feel downtown here in Bellevue, with all the shopping and whatnot that you'll need. Bellevue is famous for a lot of the, famous and rich people live in there. So Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, and Bill Gates, the CEO of Microsoft, two of the richest people in the world, live here in Bellevue. So it's kind of got that reputation. But let's go up to Redmond right here. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So Redmond, like I said, it borders Kirkland right here. So taking 85th Street from Kirkland over to Redmond is another route that you can go if you're coming from the north side or the Kirkland side, and it'll bring you right into Redmond. So that road, Redmond Way, that 85th turns into Redmond Way, and that brings you right into the heart of Redmond when we're talking about commercial districts, so shopping, restaurants, a lot of apartment complexes and condos, things like that. So coming in here, Redmond Way and Bear Creek Parkway, you've got the downtown Redmond area. So this is Redmond Town Center right in here. So you've got a lot of different shopping. You've got the Gap, some clothing stores in here, a lot of restaurants in here as well. This isn't going to be the same as like going to Bellevue Town Square. Bellevue Town Square is the largest mall in that area. So this is a little bit more of a scaled down version of that. There are going to be some of the stores you need here, but maybe not everything that you're looking for. If you're doing, back to school shopping or shopping for new clothes for the season, things like that, you have some of that here, not as much as you would in Bellevue, but Bellevue is really close as well. But you've got a lot down here. You can see all these restaurants. The Matador is very good. Tipsy Cow is good. Woodblock, Redmond Bar and Grill. As you keep going down here, more restaurants. You've got your fast foods as well, like your Paneras and McDonald's. Then you've got all your shopping that you're going to need. So you got the Safeway right here. Bear Creek Village, there's Ross and stuff there as well. And if you keep going further down the road here, you've got Fred Meyer and Home Depot. And then you've got the Chipotle. You've got Whole Foods. So if that's something that's important to you to have an organic food market, food store, there's Whole Foods right there. So there's a lot down here in the downtown Redmond area. Like I said, a ton of different restaurants and shopping. So when it comes to nightlife, Redmond isn't really your top nightlife area. You're going to go more to Seattle or even Bellevue, but it does have plenty of great restaurants, some bars down there in Redmond as well. So if you're not a complete partier and you just want a nice place to go eat and have a drink, Redmond's a perfect spot for you to go do that. So right here on the south side of the downtown area is Marymore Park. So this is one of my favorite parks in the entire area. I don't live in Redmond. I live a bit further north, over 20 minutes north of Redmond, but this is one of my favorite dog parks here in the area. The Marymore Off-Leash Dog Park right here. You can kind of see the trails through here. You park right here, and then this dog park, it's a loop around, so you go all the way and you loop through, and there's little spots right in here along the Sammamish River that your dog can jump in and go swim in. You can throw the tennis ball. So it's a really great outdoor dog park for you to visit. That's my #1 recommendation for dog parks if you were going to go to one in the area. Outside of that, at Marymore Park, they've got soccer fields and baseball diamonds, a lot of different events that go on there. In the summertime, they've got picnics, movie nights, outdoor movie nights on the field. So they bring out a projector screen and you can camp there on the grass and watch a movie with the kids and whatnot. Very family-friendly type of thing. So they've got a lot of events there at Marymore Park. But like I said, in this area, you've got a lot of apartments and condo complexes right in here because it's a more commercial area. So that's what that is going to bring. So zooming out a little bit more here, as you go to the north side of Redmond, all the way through in here, you're going to have a lot of different neighborhoods. And this is where it's going to merge in with Kirkland and whatnot all the way through up in here. So you're going to have a ton of residential neighborhoods all the way up on the north side. And then if you go further east, there's going to be some more through here. You're going to find a little bit more, if you're looking for something that feels like you're a little bit further out, feels a little bit more rural, is a little bit more forested, on the east side of Redmond, all the way in here off Union Hill Road, you're going to find more of that. So if you're looking for a little bit more rural type living, but you also don't want to be completely far out, you still want to be quick access to everything, on the east side of Redmond could be a good place for you to find that. So going a little bit south here, this is Lake Sammamish. This is where what borders Redmond and Sammamish right here. You've got Sammamish right here, and then you've got Redmond over here. So Lake Sammamish is a good spot for you to go. If the kids want to go swimming, there's parks along Lake Sammamish with playgrounds and fields and stuff like that. You can take the boat out and the jet skis, go wakeboarding, water skiing, tubing behind the boat, fishing, all that kind of stuff. Lake Sammamish is a very popular spot in the summer to go hang out and do that kind of stuff. So if you're in Redmond, you have very quick, easy access to that. Like I said, Marymore Park is right on the lake right here on the north side of the lake. So as we go down 520 here, you hit the Overlake area. So the Overlake area is where Microsoft is. So if you're coming over here for a job for Microsoft, this is where you'll be working. You can see all the different Microsoft buildings. This is Microsoft headquarters. So this is a big reason why it has gotten so expensive to live over here in Redmond, is because of Microsoft and all the people and jobs that it has brought and all the money that has flowed into the Redmond area. So just south of Microsoft, you have Bell Red Road right here. So Bell Red Road will bring you from Redmond into Bellevue. It's kind of the back way. You can take 520 as well, or if you want to hit the back way and hit all the stores and restaurants and stuff along the way, you can take Bell Red Road, go through the Goodwill right there, that area, and it'll take you all the way into Bellevue right in here. So I'm going to go over a little bit of Bellevue right here just because it is so close to Redmond, and there's some things in Bellevue that you may need and want when you're living in Redmond. So specifically the hospital. So if you want to live in Redmond, your closest hospital is going to be Overlake Hospital right in here. So right up here, we've got Overlake Medical Center. So this is a great hospital. This is our favorite in the area. This is where my daughter was born, right in here. So this is Bellevue, but again, when you're living in Redmond, this is going to be the closest and best hospital to you. So you can just take 520 or take the back road, like I said, Bell Red Road, and it'll take you right here. And you've got another Whole Foods and stuff over here. But so just so you know, that's where the hospital is going to be, right along 405 right there. So zooming back out here, right through in here is where Bellevue and Redmond kind of meet. The Overlake area, Bridle Trails, is part Kirkland, and then over here is Redmond. So this is where they all meet, right in here, all three cities, and then right along Lake Sammamish. So most of your, residential homes living in the actual city of Redmond are going to be right here on the south side before you get to Overlake. They're going to be right up here on the north side of downtown, and then on the east side over here before it merges into Sammamish. So Sammamish and Redmond merge into each other right over here. So as you can see, Redmond has a lot to offer, and really everything that you need is going to be in close distance to the Redmond area. Alright, so hopefully that gave you a good overview of Redmond, what to look at, what to look for, what to expect when you're living over there. Like I said, everything you're going to need is pretty much right in Redmond or Bellevue. It's next door neighbor, so you're close access to everything. Being in Redmond is going to feel like you're being a little bit further out than if you were in Bellevue. Bellevue is right along 405, it's right on Lake Washington. Super urban area, downtown, hustle and bustle. When you go to Redmond, it's going to feel a little bit further out. It's going to feel a little bit more suburban than Bellevue will, but you're not going to feel like, of course, you're not going to feel like you're in the country or rural living or anything like that for the most part. You're still going to feel close to everything because Redmond does have a big downtown area itself with all the shopping and stores and restaurants and stuff that you need there. So great area to live, great schools, high home prices, but great jobs to offset that. So definitely a place that you should consider if you're moving over here and your budget allows it. So if you've got any more questions on the Redmond area, what to expect, or you need some help, like I said, moving over this way, you're looking to buy a home over here, definitely feel free to reach out to me, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you out with that and make that transition a little bit easier for you. Feel free to check out one of these two videos right up here for some more content on living in Seattle, moving over this way. But I appreciate you guys watching this video.